Check, check. Check. Let us all stand on our feet and then welcome our guest. Please be seated. We'll wait for a few minutes for our chief guest to join online. So please bear with us. May I request each and every one of us to stand on our feet as we sing the university anthem.
Nagaland University, foundation of our land. Envision here our revelry, see them realized in all. From 10 to 10,000 scholars marching out in victory. Our varsity, our pride and hope, soaring higher and higher, on striving on to excellent truth and liberty, our guide in every learning.
respected Professor Devendra Jalihal, Director, IIT Guwahati, Professor Glenn T. Tong, Pro Vice Chancellor, Nagaland University, Kohima Campus, Merima, respected Dean of SET, Professor Sujata Das, HOD of Department of Information Technology, Dr. Hewasa L. King, Principal of Tetso College, my dear participants, students, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor to welcome you to this closing ceremony of the 3rd International Conference on Biologically Inspired Techniques in Many Criteria Decision Making, BITMDM 2024. We have had a very good experience in the past 2 days. I am sure all the participants have had an enriching experience through the different presentations, invited talks, keynote addresses, and so on. As we begin the closing ceremony, please excuse us for some time. I think we are having some technical problem with the chief guest. So sorry for the inconvenience. Please bear with us. extremely sorry for the little technical hitch. I think there was a mix-up with the link. Since we are having so many different links, it's bound to happen sometimes, so kindly bear with us. I welcome our chief guest, Professor Devendra Jalihal, Director of IIT Guwahati, who has just joined us online. Sir, I hope we are audible to you and you are able to see us. Now we will have a felicitation. I request Professor Sujata Das to felicitate Professor Glenn T. Tong, Pro Vice Chancellor, Nagaland University. Ma'am. Thank you, sir. I also request Madam to felicitate Mr. Talinung Sang. He has been very instrumental for this conference, the man behind all the planning, execution. He has been very hardworking, of course, with the support of his hardworking team. Unfortunately, we could not facilitate all the team. Very sorry. Thank you so much. Professor Devendra Jalihal, IIT Director, has a BTech honors from IIT Kharagpur, PhD from Duke University, USA, both in electrical engineering. His research interests include digital signal processing, wireless communication, real-time voice and video communication, and societal applications of wireless technologies. His work includes sponsored research in low bitrate video conferencing, tactical communication system, disaster management communication system, strategic communications, and satellite communication network. He was with the Electrical Engineering Department, IIT Madras, from July 1994 to May 2024. At IIT Madras, he served as the head of the Electrical Engineering Department and later as the chairman of the Center for Outreach and Digital Education, an agency that looks after all educational outreach activities of the institute. He joined IIT Guwahati as Director in May 2024. We are very honored to have you, sir, as the chief guest. I now give the time to Professor Devendra Jalihal for his address. You may take the time, sir.
Thank you. I feel honored to be the chief guest for the valedictory of the this international conference on biologically inspired techniques in many criteria decision making 2024. I think it's an appropriate occasion that University of Nagaland, with funding from DST, support from DST and Tetso College, are organizing this program. I wanted very much to be there in person and meet all of you, but going from Guwahati there, I saw the flight schedule. There's just one flight, it goes, and then I have to stay a whole day. Next afternoon I have to come back, and so that sort of dissuaded me, because we're in the middle of doing many things here. So I could not afford to spend 24 hours, and so I requested to see if I can join online, and they graciously agreed that I could join online, and thank you to the organizers for allowing me to do that. I'll just like to share a few things with you that's been happening in the country, in the Northeast, and something that we are associated with at IIT Guwahati. Right? So the point that I would like to first make is, the Indian economy is growing. I'll talk a little bit about the implication of that for science and technology and for the research organization and the research funding. It was something like less than 2 trillion in 2020, that is 4 years ago. And it is expected to be between 6.75 to 7 point little bit more trillion by 2030. That is, in a decade, in in a span of 10 years, the economy is going to grow by a factor of 3, right? We were somewhere, depending on whom you ask, we were somewhere between now 4.5 to 4.575 trillion, and we'll soon hit 5 trillion in 2026 and so on. Right? So the point is, the first data is we have grown by a factor of, we are growing by a factor of 3. I mean, this is accounting for inflation and everything put together, right? And so a factor of 3-fold increase in the economy in a decade, right? That is the first data point. What that means is, another fact that is not well known is we spend about 0.7% of our GDP on R&D, right? Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Hello? Are you okay? Okay, great.
Yes, yes.
Okay, wonderful. So, we have about 0.7% of our GDP spent on R&D, right? And many people criticize. They say, it's too little. It should be much more. America spends 2.5%. China spends 3%. I mean, that is a criticism, but let's keep it aside, right? Let's go with a figure of 0.7% of the GDP as our, as what is happening today. So between 2020 and 2030, right, if you just compare 0.7% of the GDP in 2020 to 0.7% of the GDP in 2030, right, if you just do a back of the envelope calculation, it turns out that we'll be, spending additional 5 lakh crore rupees every year on R&D, right? So the Indian society, Indian government will be spending 5 lakh crore rupees more than what they did in 2020. I think that is a big thing. So it means the money, the fund available for R&D is much more substantial. And we, for university, right, that is a very good sign. That means our, efforts will see much better funding than what was possible before, right? And we see this in several areas. In the Northeast, where, all of you know that Tatas are putting up a very large plant on semiconductor testing and packaging, right? And that's expected to provide employment to 20,000-30,000 people. One plant, right, in a place called Jagi Road, about 60 kilometers from Guwahati to the east, right, towards Nagaland, let's say. So that's a big thing that is happening, right? I'm only talking about the Northeast. I'm not talking about what's happening in Gujarat. I'm not talking about what's happening in Bangalore, right? Forget about that. As a manifestation of this is, we will soon see here a testing and packaging unit right here in Assam, right? What will that do? Right? I mean, all of us use mobile phones, all of us use electronics, all of us know that there are integrated ICs inside all these electronic devices. So these ICs are made on a silicon wafer, right? And silicon wafer is a large 6-inch diameter wafer, and on that thousands of identical circuits or integrated circuits are made, and this entire wafer will be made in Taiwan, and it is transported to Guwahati, right, by a direct flight, and from airport here in Guwahati, it will go to this testing plant in Jagi Road, and at the testing plant, this big wafer will be broken down into small pieces, small integrated circuits, and each wafer, each silicon will now be packaged, will be sandwiched, right, by appropriate ceramic technology, so that, and connectors are brought out by a technology called wire bonding, right? And this IC, now it becomes an integrated chip, right? Before it was integrated circuit, now it becomes an integrated chip, and this is now sent, after testing, it will be sent to Singapore, for the global market. So it's going to be a massive supply chain, right? Flights will come from Taiwan to Guwahati and transported to this place and then made and then taken back to Singapore. And so this, it'll require a lot of expert handling, right, in logistics, in carrying this from place A to place B and getting it done and then taking it from place B to place A, right? So that's another big thing that is going to happen, and it will require trained manpower, and we at IIT Guwahati are working on creating the trained manpower. So that's one thing that's going to benefit the Northeast, right? And it will find new employment, new opportunities, right? People don't have to go all the way to Bangalore for getting a high-tech job. It will be available right here, right? I think those are the big things, right? That's happening. That's point number one. Then point number two, right? Looking at all this, IITs have now started online programs, meaning this require no coaching, no training, no entrance exam, no restriction on the number of seats. Anybody with an interest in science and technology, with an interest in mathematics, with sufficient ability to work hard, right, and ambitious, can now join IIT's online program. IIT Guwahati has launched a program on data science and AI. It's a 4-year program, nominally 4 years. You could take it, you can go at a slower pace and complete it in 5 or 6 years, right? And IIT Madras also, the place where I used to be before, also has an online BS program in data science, and they also have another online program in electronic design, right? I mean, today, all these mobile phone and laptops, tablets, everything is designed in China. So we hope, with these experts who have this training in on electronic design, can do the design in the country and can get into high-end jobs, and there is no limitation on the number of seats in both the programs, right? And so we have more than 1,000 people in the who were admitted into the program in 2024 September, right? And so I encourage all of you to also look at the online programs at IIT Guwahati and also in IIT Madras. So these are good programs, right? Which will train people who, for whatever reasons are not, don't get through the JEE and suffer, right? So you get high quality education, the education and with that impart necessary skills, and that will train you for jobs and for entrepreneurship positions, right? And you'll become an IITian. Okay, that's another thing I would like you to keep in mind. A third point I would like to make is, this conference is supported by DST, right? And so I don't need to tell you about the DST. So DST is a funding agency in our country, right, in the area of science and technology. And now, and all these years, DST used to give out funding to individuals. He will say, okay, I'm going to investigate this, please give me 20 lakhs, I'm going to do this, please give me 30 lakhs. And so it will be dishing out small amounts of money, right? And they found that that's not very effective in promoting science and technology in the country. So they have now come up with a program. They have a new organization called ANRF, Anusandhan National Research Foundation. That's a new way of funding. Previously, you can say it used to be called as SERB. I'm sure some of you would have heard about SERB or SERB. So this is a new avatar of SERB called, ANRF. So this promotes, multi-institutional, right, cooperation and projects based on that. Many institutions can come together and propose to carry out projects and say, okay, we'll work in this area and please, give us funding. And much larger funding is now made available, right? Some could be 10 crore, some could be 50 crore, 100 crore. I've been associated with the 5G program at IIT Madras. That was a 250 crore national project, right, which was multi-institutional, right? So such programs are becoming, possible. So with this, what this means is institutions could now tie up, and instead of working in isolation, they could work as a group. So it's going to encourage collaboration. It's going to encourage exchange of students, exchange of faculty, exchange of ideas. So I think these are the good things that are going to go on, right? And so I request, right, I request sincerely all the students of Nagaland University, of Tetso College, to be aware of these new opportunities, take advantage of this, right, and let's collaborate, right? And finally, right, I think, as someone said, the 21st century ideas, right, for the 21st century, the most important ideas would be collaboration, right, creative thinking, critical thinking, right, and creativity. So I think collaboration and communication, creative thinking, these are the ones that will sustain us, right? So the way we communicate, how effectively we communicate, how effectively we collaborate, how creatively we can think, and how critically we can look at things. These are the ones that will drive the 21st century, right? Gone are the days people who have bigger guns can win. Gone are the days who have ships, bigger ships can win. It's the ability to collaborate, ability to communicate, ability to creatively think about it, ability to critically think about it. These are the important things. I think all of us need to work on developing these skills, right? I hope the conference, which was organized for 2-3 days, had a fruitful discussion among researchers, and people had a good time meeting and discussing things, right? I thank the organizers for inviting me to take part on the last day of this program. I hope we can meet sometime in future, and thank you so much.
Let's clap once more. Thank you so much, Professor Devendra Jalihal. I'm extremely sorry for not felicitating you as you have joined us online, but rest assured, we have packed the souvenir for you and will be reaching you very shortly. Thank you, sir. Professor Glenn T. Tong, he is the Pro Vice Chancellor of Nagaland University, Kohima campus, Merima. He is a senior professor with 40 years of teaching experience. He has been the head of Geology Department 2 times. He is the former Dean of Sciences, School of Sciences. He is the first Dean of Research, Development and Consultancy. Currently, he is a Pro Vice Chancellor of our Nagaland University campus, and we're very honored, sir, to have you in our midst. Now I give the time to Professor Glenn T. Tong. Sir, please take the time.
Thank you and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Chairman, Engineer Sanchamo, Yantan, esteemed chief guest of this program, the Honorable Director of the IIT Guwahati, Professor Devendra Jalihal, respected program chair, and the Dean Designate of the School of Engineering and Technology, Nagaland University, Professor Sujata Das, distinguished guests, esteemed speakers of various programs yesterday and today, our gracious host and collaborator, the principal of Tetso College, Dr. Hewasa King, dear participants, students, and ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a pleasure to be part of this closing function. I was invited for the opening function as well, but things were really bad, situation was bad, not conducive for travel. But anyway, I'm glad to be here and meet new friends. This closing function of the 3rd International Conference on Biologically Inspired Technologies for Multi-Criteria Decision Making was organized by the School of Engineering and Technology of Nagaland University. The objective of this conference was to bring researchers from engineering and sciences to a common platform to discuss the growth of biologically inspired technologies and their applications to common problems. I had the good opportunity to hear a few talks. Of course, most of them went over my head, the algorithms and all this, but I can see a lot of applications coming up in the future. Thus, we had some of the brightest minds that have engaged with each other on the theme, advances in multidisciplinary research and innovation in areas such as artificial intelligence, machine learning, decision-making technologies, and biologically inspired techniques. The credit for this successful event goes to Professor Sujata and her team of SET. Kudos to the entire team. Your hard work has really paid off. This conference theme is timely, very relevant for today's scenario, where the world is moving so rapidly, so fast. Multidisciplinary approaches are not only essential for advancing technology, but also for solving complex problems. It is this collaborative spirit which our honored chief guest just mentioned, this collaborative spirit that truly makes such conferences a remarkable platform for knowledge sharing, networking, and inspiring future innovations. This congregation has been privileged to hear from some prominent academicians and researchers. The keynote addresses by Professor Miho Yanagisawa and Professor Gajendra Raghava and our invited speakers provided valuable insights into biologically inspired algorithms, computational intelligence, and their applications are across a very wide spectrum, from healthcare to decision-making systems. The presentations during the technical sessions were high-quality research, which is truly cutting-edge technology. It is indeed encouraging to see innovative work shaping the future of decision-making systems. I'm informed that out of the 137 research papers submitted, 48 very outstanding papers were selected after a very rigorous peer review process. These papers are now part of the official Springer conference proceedings of learning and analytics in intelligent systems. These works will continue to contribute to the growth of knowledge in these fields. As we go forward, keep up the spirit of collaboration. The exchange of ideas and the development of new partnerships are key to overcoming the challenges we face in research, innovation, and technology. It is hoped that the relationships developed here these 2 days will not only advance individual research, but help foster collective growth in the academic and scientific communities. The success of this program is indeed due to the active participation of everybody who were involved, whether virtually or physically. Every single person's contributions was vital to the success of BITMDM 2024. I wish you, ladies and gentlemen, continued success in all your academic and professional endeavors. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir has been with us since morning and he has been attending some of the technical sessions. We are very encouraged to have your presence with us. Thank you so much. Now I request our Dean, Professor V.K. Vidyarthi. I'm very sorry, I think I forgot to mention him during my introduction. He's Professor V.K. Vidyarthi, our Dean, and you said. I request the Dean to give out the award for the best paper. So we have two categories of awards. One is for best paper presented by young scholar, and the other one is the paper presented by an academician. So the award for best paper presentation by young scholar goes to Mr. Napoleon K. Sham. I request him to come to the stage and receive. Sir. The award for best paper presented by an academician goes to Mr. Ramesh Singh. Please come to the stage. Thank you, sir. Now we will have the closing remarks by Dr. Hewasa L. King, Principal of Tetso College, Dimapur. You may please take the time.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Chairman. Our Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Devendra Jalihal, Director of IIT Guwahati, our Chief Speaker, Professor G.T. Thong, Pro-Vice Chancellor of Nagaland University, our Program Chair, Professor Sujata Das, and our Dean Sir. Participants, faculty members, and students who are present here this evening for the closing ceremony. As we come to the close of the second day, a two-day international conference on biologically inspired techniques in many criteria decision-making, I would just like to take this time to congratulate the School of Engineering and Technology, Nagaland University, for organizing a conference of this nature on a very important and relevant topic, one that is very interdisciplinary in nature, one that has brought diverse topics and fields and disciplines together, where discussions and presentations have been made on topics ranging from biology to healthcare to agriculture, computational AI, sustainable futures, e-commerce, topics that are so relevant to daily living and to make our lives much better in a sense. Tetso College is just so proud and so honored and humbled also to have this opportunity to host all of you at this conference. We are so fortunate, we believe, to be able to get this opportunity to collaborate with Nagaland University to be able to organize an international conference of this kind. I have to admit that coming from a background of English literature and cultural studies, I myself have learned so much from this conference, from the few sessions that I was able to attend today, new terminologies, new concepts, and very interesting, groundbreaking findings and inventions and discussions that were being made, things that I believe that will be able to contribute to the field of research and advancements in the field. As a collaborating partner, I think this event as a whole just marks a very significant chapter, a significant step, a collaborative step between Nagaland University, Tetso College, the Ministry of Science and Technology, and even Springer to converge together, to share knowledge, and also to provide a platform to academicians, bringing academicians from all over the world and across India to come and converge together from as far as Japan and China and all over India. It's so wonderful to see, the convergence of academic bright minds to come and discuss on such important issues. As mentioned by the program chair, Professor Sujata Das, yesterday in her welcome and introduction, the response towards this international conference has been worldwide. It's been phenomenal, with the submission of 137 research papers, from which they had selected 48 high-quality research papers to be presented and also to be published in Springer. So as a partner, we are so fortunate and glad to be associated with just this high standards of academic excellence that this conference upholds. I especially just want to take this time in my closing remarks to thank the program chair, Professor Sujata Das, and also our honorable VC for the trust and confidence placed in Tetso College to host and collaborate with NU on at this international conference. I believe our Tetso College community has greatly benefited in terms of idea, knowledge sharing, and in conducting this event. I would like to reiterate at this time that one of the focus areas of Tetso College is on research and development, and we are committed to its growth and also to future collaborations. As announced by our honorable chief guest today, funding looks promising for research and development, so I believe that we as an academic community should be encouraged to take up the research opportunities that are out there and to seek for further collaborations, development of creativity and innovation, and critical and analytical mindsets. From the technical sessions, tutorials, to the keynote sessions and invited speakers, presentations, I believe that all the sessions have been so informative and productive. And once again, the Tetso College community hopes that this information and the networking that has been made possible through this conference in these 2 days will enable the delegates and participants to further converge and connect, to stay connected, so that we can have future conversations and collaborations in the near future with all the different institutes from IIT, from IIIT, from ISI, and from UPES, all the institutes that have come together for this conference. It is also my sincere hope that all the proceedings and publications that will be published in the Springer publication, and all the feedback that we've received from the Q&A sessions, the discussions that went about, I believe that all the feedback received will be very helpful in improving the papers, the research studies that are being done. Once again, in conclusion, I'd just like to express our extreme pleasure in being a part of this conference, and I wish everyone a pleasant evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now we have feedback from the participants. So we have 2 participants. I request you to take the time turn by turn as I call out your names. First, Mr. Korakchang K, and then followed by Mr. Ramesh Singh. Kindly take the time one after the other.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you and great honor to be here, respected chairperson or chief guest, chief speaker, dean, and principals, and the organizing team. I'm just here to give a feedbacks of today's and yesterday's. So as I came across with good facilities, with highly experienced technicians and proper time management, and highly qualified and presentations with great knowledge. It was a great opportunity to be here, and it is a well organized and a fruitful conference. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am one of the member of the organizing team also, but I want to give the feedback as a presenter, as an author. I have presented one paper also. So I have attended almost all the sessions in this conference. It was having around 10 sessions, various chairpersons from various prestigious colleges, co-chairs, invited speakers, various research scholars, so many new technology, new terms, even I came to know first time. And I also thanks organizers for making all the arrangements very good. Since day one until now, all the facilities are very good, and I am really honored to be part of this conference. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Gorakchand K and Mr. Ramesh Singh, for your valuable feedback. Your feedbacks are very important for our future programs. Professor Sujata Dash, the program chair of this conference, the head of Department of Information Technology, and you said, a very dynamic woman, very hard to keep up with because she keeps organizing so many international programs. So we have to keep running around, but we really enjoy working with her because as she gives us the work, she also gives us the solution and how to do the things. So we're really grateful to have Professor Sujata Dash as our HOD in our department. It has not been easy to come to this stage. Because of our leadership and because of our vision, she has brought this international conference for the first time for our department as well as for the university in the field of technology. So we are really grateful to have her, and now I give her the time for the closing remarks. Madam, please take the time.
Good evening, everyone. Respected Chair, esteemed Chief Guest, Professor Devendra Jalihal, Director IIT Guwahati, Chief Speaker Professor G.T. Thang, Pro Vice Chancellor Nagaland University, Kohima Campus, Dean School of Engineering and Technology, Professor V.K. Vidyarthi, Nagaland University, Dr. Hiwesa L. King, Principal, Tetso College, Dimapur, Nagaland. As we conclude the International Conference on Biologically Inspired Techniques for Multi-Criteria Decision Making, BITMDM-2024, it is my privilege and honor to deliver the closing remarks on behalf of the organizing committee. First and foremost, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our chief guest for the closing ceremony, Professor Devendra Jalihal, Director of IIT Guwahati, for gracing this occasion with your presence and sharing your invaluable perspectives. Your insights have provided immense value to this conference and inspired us all. I also wish to thank our chief speaker, Professor Thang, Pro Vice Chancellor of Nagaland University, for your enlightening address. Your thought-provoking words have added significant depth to this closing ceremony and encapsulated the spirit of this conference beautifully. We also heard inspiring speeches during the inaugural session, Professor Jagdish Kumar Patnaik, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Nagaland University, in his address as the chief guest, emphasized the critical role of higher education in fostering multidisciplinary innovation and highlighted the importance of such conferences in bridging the gap between academia and industry. His words reinforce the significance of collaboration and resource sharing in achieving sustainable development. Professor A. Ilaya Perumal, Director NIT Nagaland, as the chief speaker, delivered an enlightening address on the transformative potential of biologically inspired techniques in decision-making systems. He emphasized the synergy between artificial intelligence and computational intelligence in solving real-world challenges. So, urging researchers to explore these domains with a forward-looking perspective. I'm just trying to sum up the whole program for the last 2 days, what we have conducted here. So, over the past 2 days, we have witnessed the convergence of brilliant minds from around the world, united by a shared commitment to advancing knowledge and innovation. This hybrid conference has been a platform for meaningful discussions, groundbreaking research penetration presentations, and collaborative opportunities that align with our theme, Advances in Multidisciplinary Research and Innovation. We were privileged to have two exceptional keynote speakers, Professor Miho Yanagisawa from the University of Tokyo, Japan, shared her insights into mechanical reinforcement of synthetic cells using soft matter physics. And Professor Gajendra P.S. Raghava from IIIT Delhi, India, delivered a thought-provoking keynote on bio-inspired algorithms leading to the fifth paradigm. These keynote addresses set the stage for the impactful sessions and discussions that followed, inspiring participants to push the boundaries of innovation. Then, coming to the tutorial and hands-on session, a significant highlight of this conference was the tutorial and hands-on session on machine learning and in practice applications in medical diagnosis and speech data analysis, jointly conducted by Professor Amlesh Gope from Tetso University and Dr. Anushya Pal from Tokyo University, Japan. This session provided participants with practical insights into machine learning applications, combining theory with hands-on exercises. It was an engaging experience that equipped 70 attendees with valuable skills for applying machine learning to solve real-world problems in healthcare and speech analysis. We also had the privilege of hearing from 5 outstanding invited speakers. Professor S.N. Deuri from Fakirmon University, Odisha, enlightened us with his talk on uncovering a true Pareto front through BIT for MCDM, showcasing how biologically inspired techniques can effectively address complex multi-criteria decision-making challenges. Dr. Niladri Sekhar Das from ISI Kolkata presented speech corpus generation, annotation, processing, analysis and application, providing invaluable insights into the methodologies and applications of speech data, particularly in Indian languages. Professor S.B. Nair is here among us. Professor S.B. Nair from IIT Guwahati inspired us with inspirations from our ecosphere, drawing parallels between natural ecosystems and computational algorithms to highlight the importance of sustainability and adaptability in innovation. Dr. Haiping Liu from Coventry University, UK, gave an impactful talk on computational simulation and the diagnosis of cerebrovascular diseases. An introduction with case study demonstrating the power of computational tools in improving diagnostic precision and patient outcomes. Last but not the least, Dr. Dushmant Kumar Das from NIT Nagaland presented AI in biomedical applications, optimal 4G type 2 controller for smooth breathing mechanism, showcasing how advanced 4G systems can enhance respiratory support technologies in healthcare. Then the conference was structured around 6 dynamic tracks that highlighted diverse yet interconnected areas of research. The first track was healthcare and biomedical applications. Second was security, fraud detection and cyber security. Third was agriculture and environment. Fourth was intelligent systems and decision support. Fifth track was image processing and multimedia analysis. And sixth one, the last one, emerging technologies and applications. So the achievement from this conference is we received 137 papers. Already it has been, mentioned by our chief speaker as well as principal Tetso College. So we selected 40 high quality papers, and those papers will come in Springer proceeding under the book series Learning and Analytics in Intelligent Systems. So I'm now delighted to announce two prestigious, of course it has already been given, I thought it will be given after my talk. So 2 awards we just declared for student paper presentation, and the other one for young researcher award. So to encourage the student and teachers to engage, to work more on, or will take the research more seriously. And I extend my heartfelt appreciation to all the session chairs, co-chairs, rapporteurs, presenters, students and participants for their active engagement and dedication. Of course, all of the students, participants, many are from Tetso College and many are from NIT Nagaland, from Nagaland University, ICFI University, and the other one St. Joseph University. So I would like to thank all of them for making it a successful one. So I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Nagaland University for their unwavering support, and to Tetso College for providing exceptional infrastructure and logistics for this hybrid conference. Your collaboration has been invaluable in ensuring the seamless execution of this event. As we close BITMDM 2024, let us carry forward the connections, ideas, inspirations generated here into our future endeavors. Let this conference serve as a reminder of the power of collaboration, innovation, rightly pointed out by our chief guest, and interdisciplinary research. On behalf of the organizing committee, I thank you all for making this conference a memorable and intellectually enriching experience. Before I wish you safe travel, or before we depart, let me give you small information. During this conference and interaction with the guest, Professor Niladish Shekhar Das from ISI Kolkata and Amlesh Gope, Tezpur University, both of them they are very interested to start a NLP center in our SET campus. So they will shortly, maybe after 2-3 months, they will visit our campus, and we can just start a NLP center, particularly focusing on the languages of Nagaland. And Professor S.B. Nair, today I just requested him to help, to start something to make the drone technology popular amongst the student, and he is also agreed. He will be sending one of his, the professor who is into this particular technology and doing lot of research. So he will visit, maybe we'll invite him and we'll arrange a interaction, a discussion, so that we could come up with a drone technology lab, which will definitely help our students to start, to do some kind, can work in this new technology. Because our students, they need lot of boosting, and we have to provide that kind of ecosystem or environment to our students. So this is a small attempt towards this. So now let me conclude. So on behalf of the organizing committee, I thank you all for making this conference a memorable and intellectually exciting experience. I wish you safe travels and look forward to seeing you in the future editions of BITMDM. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Madam. Now we shall have words of gratitude by Engineer Saurav Hazarika, Co-Chair, Organizing Committee Member.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Chairperson, for the time. Respected Chief Guest, Director IIT Guwahati, Professor Devendra Jalihal, respected Pro Vice Chancellor, Nagaland University, Kohima Campus, Professor Glenn T. Thong, Dean, School of Engineering Technology, Nagaland University, Professor V.K. Vidyarthi sir, Principal, Tetso College, Dr. Hewasa L. King, dignitaries, esteemed teaching and non-teaching members of Nagaland University and Tetso College, my dear students and friends. As we come to the close of this remarkable conference, we, the organizing team, would like to take a moment to express our deepest gratitude to each and every one of you who has contributed to making this event a success. First and foremost, I, on behalf of the organizing committee, would like to express our sincere gratitude to the Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Jagdish Kumar Patnaikji, for his unwavering support and leadership throughout the planning and execution of this conference. I would like to express my gratitude to Professor Glenn T. Thong, Professor Vice Chancellor, Nagaland University, Kohima Campus, for your encouragement and guidance, in which were instrumental in making the conference success, and your presence here today has truly elevated the event, sir. Thank you, sir. We would like to express our sincere thanks to Professor Devendra Jalihal, Director IIT Guwahati, for your valuable time and insightful speech. On behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to extend our heartfelt thanks to Kolo Lorraine, Director, and Dr. Hewasa L. King, Principal of Tetso College, for generously providing the infrastructure and facilities for this conference. Your support has been instrumental in enriching the smooth and successful execution of this event. From comfortable spaces for sessions to the excellent technical support, your team has gone above and beyond to make everything run seamlessly. We look forward for continuing this valuable collaboration in the future. Thank you. A huge thank you to our incredible keynote speakers, Professor Miho from University of Tokyo, Professor Gajendra P.S. Raghav from IIIT Delhi, for delivering such a thought-provoking and inspiring keynote address at our conference. I would like to extend our heartfelt thanks to Professor A. Perumal, Director, NIT Nagaland, Professor V.K. Vidyarthi, Dean, School of Engineering Technology, and Professor Akali Sema, Professor Pro Vice Chancellor, School of Agriculture and Science, Nagaland University, for their time and gracing the occasion of inaugural session. We would like to thank our resource person for the tutorial session, Dr. Amlesh Gop, Assistant Professor, Tezpur University, and Dr. Anusuya Pal, PDF, University of Japan, for the incredible hands-on tutorial session. We are very fortunate and thankful to our invited speakers from all across the globe. Professor S.N. Deuri, Fakir Mohan University, Orissa, Professor Niladri Sekhar Das, ISI Kolkata, Professor S.B. Nair Sir, IIT Guwahati, Dr. Heipen Liu, Coventry University, and Dr. Duswant Kumar Das, NIT Nagaland. Your words has not only enlightened us, but have also challenged us to think more deeply and critically about the topics at hand. We are grateful for your time and effort, sir. I'd like to extend our sincere gratitude to Professor Tuitong and Dr. Arambam Nilima from NIT Nagaland and all the chairs and co-chairs of the technical sessions for your time and effort. To our dedicated authors and participants, Thank you for your time, energy, and engagement. It's your active involvement that has truly brought this conference to life. We would like to also acknowledge our various committee members, volunteers, and behind-the-scene team, whose hard work, attention to details, unwavering support have made essential in ensuring that everything runs smoothly. Thank you for your tireless effort. To our sponsors, partners, and media house, your generosity and commitment have allowed us to bring this conference to life. Finally, we want to express our gratitude to each and every one of you for being here, for being a part of this collective experience. We look forward to continuing this journey with all of you and hope to see you at future events. Once again, thank you for being a part of this special experience. Thank you all of you.
Thank you, Saurav Hazarika. Now we have come to the end of the program. Before we end the program officially, I have some announcements to make. First, after this program, we have arranged a light refreshment, actually a high tea in the reception. So right after this, we will all go and have the refreshments. And before we proceed to the refreshments, we will have a group photo. So after the program ends, I would request all the participants to come on the stage and line up with our dignitaries. And I request the photographer to be ready, which will be taken right after the program. So shall we all rise up for the Tetso anthem? Let's all rise up. as we remain standing, I request our Chief Speaker, Professor Clancy Tong, to declare the conference officially closed.
Ladies and gentlemen, all good things must come to an end sometime. We have reached that point. I hereby declare this conference closed.
Please come up to the stage for a photo shoot. Thank you, sir.